Hi, and welcome to Module 1. I wanted to sort of just give a few comments. I like to do this with each module. Some of the other module introductory videos were recorded previously. If I say something ever in these videos, it's just a little bit like, what? Like, it may be that it was an older video, but I do try to update these fairly regularly because things do change. As far as this module, the first one, it's really just kind of an introduction to the course. What do you have to do? When are things due? I want you to look at the syllabus, read through like the term paper scavenger hunt project, the scavenger hunt project, kind of look over the syllabus, kind of do that kind of thing. And so that's part of what the first module is about. And the second part is it's actually saying, what is philosophy? Why are we taking a philosophy course for logic? What's the tie-in? And so it kind of explains what philosophy is and where logic fits within the discipline of philosophy. A couple of things I want to note in this module. One is that there is an exam. It is timed. You should be reading and reviewing everything beforehand. That the timing is there because I don't want you to come to the exam unprepared and be like, okay, let me see what the questions are and then I'll look them up. No, that's not the way it works, okay? You need to be prepared. Now, if you need to look up an answer, you can, but there is a time limit, and so you can't do every answer. So you do need to read, you do need to be prepared. Now, as we go along in the semester, there will be some exams that I might give you 2 or 3 hours to do. Why? Because some of the modules, some of the exams are very... Let me see. They have some very difficult problems you have to work, and they can be very long. And so if I give you 2 or 3 hours, it's not because you have because you know it's going to give you a chance to look things up. You're actually doing problems, and if you haven't done the homework and you haven't done everything, then you're going to have a problem. So basically, be prepared. The last thing, besides, the introductory discussion board, there is a discussion board at the bottom. It's an extra credit one. You don't have to do that until March 20th, but it's basically write a letter to the editor. Basically, it's a chance for you to think about how somebody makes an argument on some issue that gets published in the newspaper. If you've ever read letters to the editor in a magazine or newspaper, you know what I'm talking about. They're not usually long, but they take on an issue and somebody addresses their thoughts. It could be something like, what do you think of the Trump presidency? What do you think of the Supreme Court nominee that's going to probably come out soon? What do you think of this and this and this? And one of the keys is, what I'm looking for is I want you to write a letter that's well written, well stated, but that also makes an argument, that is trying to prove some point. And it's also aware of some of its own flaws and faults and is willing to address those. And so that's what I'm looking for. You can write this and post it to the discussion board, and that's other people in the class can read it, but you don't have to get it published. You get 20 points for writing the letter, a good letter. I will grade them, and I will give points, and I will give you a chance to revise them. But then if after I've done that, you will have the opportunity, if you would like to have it published, send it off to the State Journal Register, a local newspaper, anywhere you really want to, the Lamp. I advise the student paper, the Lamp. And so, you can just email it to me and say, can we get this in the Lamp? And I probably can have that arranged. I can email it to my student editor. But the key is, the letter to the editor is a chance for you to make an argument, and then if you want to get it published, you get another 10 extra credit points. In the past, I've had some really interesting, some really good letters. Sometimes people, especially if they have backgrounds in medicine or, criminal justice or anything, sometimes they take on issues that I'm completely unaware of. And they do a very good job, and I've seen those letters get in the State Journal Register, and they actually will be kind of more like a guest column because they actually are very well done, and they actually get kind of a headline, and they get kind of a special play, even though it's a letter to the editor, because it's a very good, interesting thing. If you do that, you get it published, you get another 10 points, so you can get up to 30 points, and that's a significant number of points. So I would keep that in mind. Like I said, you don't have to do it this module. It's not due until March 20th, but you might want to keep that in mind.